From Grady's Field in Xenia, Ohio, it is game number 18 as your Xenia Scouts play the first half of a doubleheader against their intra-division rivals, the Lorain County Ironman. Hi, Andrew Alex here, and we're happy to have you aboard. We have Stephen Gettin, a special guest commentator here tonight. Stephen, by day, is a athletic trainer extraordinaire by night. He puts on his Superman cape and comes in here in the booth with me. So we're happy to have Stephen aboard with us. And last night, the Scouts traveled across state lines into enemy territory in the great state of Indiana, but they came away with a victory after a Colt Wolf 3-run home run. In the top of the 10th inning was the difference in the game, and the Scouts leaving Richmond with a 1-1 split over the course of 2 games. But before we go off on too many rants here, I'm just going to get into the starting lineups for the Scouts today. The starting pitcher is Noah Jones. Jones comes into the game with 2 starts already on the year. He has 4 appearances. He's pitched 18 1/3 with a 4.9 ERA. He has struck out 11, walking just 9. But for the Ironman, Luis Jimenez coming to the plate. Jimenez from the University of Rio Grande. And he bats from the right side against the southpaw Noah Jones. Jones looks to the catcher, Evan McDonald. That's your first hint of the day. Evan McDonald's the catcher. The first pitch from Jones. That one just missing low. Ball 1 in the field for the Scouts. It's Caleb Loy at first. Kerry Holloway at second. Aaron Valance at short. Don Ring at third. Big surprise. Marquez in left. O'Hearn in center, and Jeremy Barth in right. The 1-0 pitch from Jones finds the zone. A called strike 1, evens up the count, a ball and a strike here in the top of the first inning. The 1-1 pitch. That one finds the inside part of the zone, a called strike 2. So Jones ahead in this count, 1-2. Luis Jimenez, the shortstop tonight for the Ironman. He comes into the game batting .303 with 3 triples, a home run, and 11 RBIs. Here's the 1-2 pitch from Noah. And that one taken low and in is going to even the count up 2-2. Noah in his last start. He did have a last start. Now we'll wait for the 2-2 pitch first. 2-2 pitch, and that one is blooped in the air into right field. Jeremy Barth comes under it and makes the grab for out number 1. So 1 away here. And Stephen, let's hear a little bit about your background. Where do you come from originally? Where's home for you, Steve?
Home for me, I'd call Columbia, South Carolina. Grew up there for about 19 years, all the way through until I went off to college. Attend Catawba College, a small liberal arts college in North Carolina, studying athletics.
So, being from Columbia, as Noah Jones, first pitch strike here with 1 down. You've heard the term "Go Cox" before, I guess?
Oh, yeah, big Cox fan.
And my cousin, Pat John Johnston, a University of South Carolina graduate of 2000 and whatever, 16, and also my best friend goes there. So I've made the trip down there for here is the 1-1 pitch from Noah Jones, and that one's grounded sharply to the third baseman, ? Donald Ring. Donald Ring throws on over to first base to Caleb Loy, and that's out number 2. So Don Ring's first play in the hot corner, a success. A 5-3 ground out, and 2 up, 2 down here in the top of the first, and that's going to bring up the 3-hitter Carlos Flores. Carlos Flores, also from the University of Rio Grande, on the year, a .362 hitter. 3 doubles, a triple, and a home run to show for it. That's 16 RBIs. So stepping into the box is Flores. He bats from the right side against the lefty Jones. Jones looks to McDonald, the first pitch. And that, the center field, chasing it is Ryan O'Hearn, but it's going to drop in front of him. A base hit for Carlos Flores, the first hit of the day, and a 2-out base runner for the Lorain County Ironmen. The Ironmen come into this game with a record of 9-9. The Scouts enter this one with a record of 10-7. They were on a 4-game winning streak before falling to the Richmond Jazz in a game that really and truly, they should have had, blowing a 3-run lead in the bottom of the ninth. But you win some, you lose some in the game of baseball, and the Scouts trying to, make that desperate push. And we're about halfway through the season here, and it's time to start thinking about the playoffs. But a runner at first with 2 outs here. Jones, the first pitch, and the runner goes. The throw from McDonald over to second is going to be in time. They got him. America runs on Duncan, but no one runs on Evan McDonald. That's going to be out number 3. No runs on 1 hit and nobody left aboard. We have played the top of the first here at Grady's Field, and we are scoreless between the Scouts and the Lorain County Ironmen. Don't go anywhere. We will be right back. You are listening to the Xenia Scouts Radio Network. So we head into the bottom of the first inning. Andrew Alex, Stephen Yetten here, and still scoreless as we head into the home half of the first. The batting order today is Ryan O'Hearn, Donald Ring, Jeremy Barth, Evan McDonald, Colt Wolf, Adrian Marquez, Caleb Loy, Gary Holloway, Aaron Valance. The pitcher for the Lorain County Ironman is going to be Mark Mitiga. Mitiga from Walsh University comes into this game with a 4.29 ERA over 14 2/3 innings pitched. O'Hearn lays down bunt, but pops it foul. First pitch down the third base side. Count goes 0-1. Ryan, of course, from Hillsdale College, a college with the statue of Ronald Reagan at it. I think that's a good thing for sure. O'Hearn batting at a 241 mark with 5 doubles. He has walked 17 times this year. That's a team high by a lot. Ryan takes up and in on the 0-1 pitch here. Evens the count up, a ball and a strike. O'Hearn obviously probably most lethal on his feet as he pops one up sky high on the infield. The third baseman's calling for it. He comes under it and makes the grab for out number 1. So an infield pop-up to start things off for the Scouts. And with 1 down, it's going to bring the Donald Ring to the plate. Ring, a 269 hitter with 4 doubles and 4 RBIs on the year. Ring, he bats from the left side. against the right-handed throwing Mitiga. First pitch here. And that one comes up and in. Ball 1. Don has, in the past 3 games, gotten the first hit of the day for the Scouts, batting in the 2-hole in the top of the first. Let's see if he can do it again here. And he takes up and away this time. Finds himself ahead in this count. 2 balls, no strikes, with 1 out here in the bottom of the first. Still scoreless between the Scouts and the Ironman. 2-0 pitch. And Don laces that one into deep center field. Going back, the center fielder stops at the track, makes the catch for out number 2. So Donald Ring does not get a first inning hit for the first time in 4 days. And now with 2 down, it's going to be Jeremy Barnes to the plate. Jeremy, the Scouts team leader in batting average on the active roster. He is batting at a .328 mark with 6 doubles and 1 home run, 11 RBIs to show for it. .328, the highest of any Scout other than John Sharp, who hasn't played in about a week due to a concussion. First pitch finds the inside part of the zone, a called strike. Barth from Biola University in Los Angeles, a season pass holder at Disneyland. Breaking ball taken on the outside, evens up the count, a ball and a strike. You know, I would get a season pass to Disneyland if I lived near it.
I would as well, yeah.
I mean, that's definitely, he says, quote unquote, I love Disneyland. 1-1 pitch, and Jeremy lines that one foul on the first base side. The count moves 1-2. Jeremy's analysis on, being in, I guess, the Midwestern region of the United States for the first time, saying it's not really as quote unquote chilled out, everybody love everybody as California is, but he says it's definitely cool to experience something different, a different part of the country, make yourself more worldly. You got to have a lot of respect for that. Here's the 1-2 pitch with 2 outs, and Jeremy swings and misses, foul tipped right back into the glove of the catcher. That is out number 3. No runs, no hits, nobody left aboard here in the bottom of the first. We have played 1. Still scoreless between the Scouts and the Ironmen. Don't go anywhere. We will be right back. You are listening to the Xenia Scouts Radio Network. We head into the second inning of play here. Andrew Alex, Steven Yetton in the top of the second. Still scoreless between the Scouts and the Ironmen. Noah Jones out for his second inning of work. And first pitch from him there, and that one is a high fly ball into right field. Chasing back is Jeremy Barth. He makes the grab about 4 or 5 feet in front of the warning track. That's out number 1. And before I could even announce his name, the batter was the catcher, Matt Malkin, but he goes down without much notice there. And now with 1 down, the batter is going to be John Rensel. Rensel from Eastern Michigan University. He is the first baseman tonight for the Lorain County Ironman. Rensel on the year, a .205 hitter with 2 doubles and 1 lone RBI. First pitch from Jones, taken low and away, ball 1. Jones allowed his first hit of the game to the 3-hitter in the lineup, but Evan McDonald quickly throwing him out on the steal attempt. Breaking ball, up and in. Jones falls behind in this count, 2-0. And that one's a bloop shot over down the line, and it's going to be an attempt to tag him over at first, and they tagged him right there. So that's going to be out number 2. And with 2 down here, it's going to be Joseph Watts to the plate. Watts, the designated hitter from John Carroll College, a .214 hitter, 2 doubles, 5 RBIs. First pitch from Jones. Breaking ball finds the zone. Nice curveball there from Jones. Jones facing primarily against righties in this lineup thus far. A disadvantage to him, but nonetheless. Jones trying to attack the strike zone there, but the count evens up, a ball and a strike. One pitch, missing low and away. The count goes 2-1. And that pitch is laced into shallow, very shallow left field. The shortstop Valance is under it. He makes the grab for out number 3. No runs, no hits, nobody left aboard for the Scouts in the top of the 2nd inning. Don't go anywhere. We will be right back. You are listening to the Xenia Scouts Radio Network. We are back here heading into the bottom of the 2nd inning. Still scoreless between the Scouts and the Ironmen. Noah Jones putting up a 1-2-3 frame in the top of the 2nd here. And now Evan McDonald to lead things off for the Scouts. McDonald from Fairleigh Dickinson University. Your catcher this evening, he takes upstairs. Evan on the year is .255, 5 doubles, 6 RBIs. The numbers to show for it. 1-0 pitch. And that one taken up and in. So Big Mac finds himself ahead in this count, 2-0. Here's the 2-0. And Evan laces that one past the glove of a diving third baseman, Mitiga, and he is aboard with a single, the first single of the day for Evan McDonald. And let me tell you, he made some real solid contact down the left field line there, and the Scouts have the leadoff man aboard, something that is such a major key for them this season when it comes to scoring runs. So now it's Colt Wolf. Wolf, last night's everyday hero. The 3-run homer that gave the Scouts the W, and he hacks at the first pitch, a high pop-up by the first under the second base, but and that,
Andrew.
well, you know, that's why they have the infield fly rule.
Exactly.
I guess they're hesitant to call that at this level, or maybe it was even hard to tell because that ball wasn't technically on the infield. It was like
just barely in the outfield
just
grass,
like size of your foot, like off of the infield. I mean, it's hard to distinguish grass and just different colored turf here at Grady's Field, but you know, the second baseman getting caught up in the sun there drops it and just tosses on over to second to get the force. So now it's 1 on and 1 out. Adrian Marquez to the plate. Marquez shows bunt, pulls back, takes on the outside. Ball 1. Marquez, 275, 2 home runs, 7 RBIs. And, Steven, how many stolen bases do you have on the year?
Marquez, stolen bases. We got 6 on the year for him.
6 stolen bases on the year. So when he's aboard, he's a quick one. And you got to remember, he's actually played in less games than a number of scouts. He was a late season addition because his Wright State team was in the NCAA baseball tournament. So Colt Wolf takes his lead over at first, and Marquez drills one into deep right field, going back the right fielder at the track, and that one and bounce the rule double for Adrian Marquez. And now it's runners at second and third with 1 out here, and the scouts getting some offense going. And that almost looked like that was going to be Marquez's 3rd home run over that short right field side.
It looked like it was. Marquez, a big power hitter for the scouts team this year in his couple appearances that he's had since coming onto the team.
Oh, absolutely. You know, he's a real good guy, a guy who's developing after taking a redshirt year with Wright State and now just coming off his redshirt freshman year. But now it's Caleb Bloy with runners at second and third, 1 out. Bloy takes strike on the outside part of the plate. Called there, 0-1 the count with 1 down. Bloy, 200 hitter on the year. 7 RBIs to show for it. Here's the 0-1 to him. And check swing, did he go? They say, I mean, I don't know if they said he went, but they said it was a strike. So it might have been a called breaking ball on the outside part there. But Bloy finds himself behind in the count. 0-2 here. A long fly ball. Should be able to score Colt Wolf. A couple of guys in scoring position. A big spot here for the first baseman from Covenant College. Here's the 0-2 pitch to him. And he grounds that one slowly to shortstop. They're going to go home and try to make the play at home. They say they got him. Marquez is going to go to third. Will they get him at third? No. So mark it down as a fielder's choice. Now it's runners at first and third. Colt Wolf taking the risk of trying to go home there and getting called out at the plate doing it. So now with 2 down, it's runners at first and third. And the batter's going to be Kerry Holloway. Holloway, 260 hitter on the year. A double and 5 RBIs. Marquez is at third. Caleb Bloy at first. He got aboard with the fielder's choice here. The scouts trying to cash in some runs here after getting a couple of guys aboard early. First pitch, Holloway swings at it. Foul ball, first base side out of play into the rolling hills of Xenia. Falling behind in this count, 0-2. 2 hits in the inning and a couple of fielder's choices. Everyone making at least decent contact off of the pitcher, Miriga. Here's the 0-1 pitch. And Holloway got
a tip of that one.
He got a tip of that one, so falling behind 0-2 here with 2 down. Holloway, one of these everyday guys that the Scouts are putting out there, really an everyday second baseman. And, you know, early in the season, the Scouts having some troubles defensively, but between Holloway and Aaron Valance and some work we've seen with John Sharp as well before he went on the DL of middle infield here for the Scouts. Here's the 0-2 pitch. And that one taken on the outside. The runner, Caleb Bloy, goes to second after, like, catcher Malkin just had trouble handling that outside fastball, and Caleb Bloy cashing in on it. So a couple of runners in scoring position with a 1-2 count and 2 down here in the bottom of the second. Kerry Holloway with even more of a chance to cash in here. With 2 down, the runners are going to be going, and anything into the gap is going to score a couple of scouts here. Holloway steps back into the box. He to pitch. That's like he got a piece of that one.
Staying alive on the check swing.
Yeah, staying out. It's like it may have gotten even like the short part of the bat there. Yeah. Got him way inside, but staying alive is staying alive. And Holloway with another chance at life here. Count still 1-2. Speed on the base pass with Marquez and sort of with Caleb Blois. Here's 1-2 again. And that one is hit high in the air into foul territory. Going towards the away dugout, a diving first baseman doesn't get there. So Kerry Holloway not going down easy here. The pitcher, Mitiga, making him work. And, pitch count's going to be such a big thing in this doubleheader, such a big factor.
That it will. And with the Scouts coming off 2 straight extra inning games in the past couple of nights, pitching is going to be a big deal.
So Holloway steps back in. The 1-2 pitch again. And swing and a miss, strike 3. He got him. That's going to do it for the Scouts here in the bottom of the second. No runs on 2 hits and 2 men left aboard. And we have played to the Scouts and the Lorain County Ironman. Still scoreless as we go into the third. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. You are listening to the Xenia Scout Network. Andrew Alex, Stephen Yetton here. We head into the third inning, still scoreless between the Scouts and the Ironman. Noah Jones out to pitch his third inning of work here. This is just a 7-inning game. So the third inning, we're almost halfway through this one. But Jones missing on the outside fastball there. 1-0 the count. The batter is Quinn Butler from Oberlin College. On the year, he's batting 171. With 2 doubles and 7 RBIs. Jones looks to the catcher, McDonald. Here's the 1-0. And that one finds the outside part of the place. Jones giving that Chabro lefty Ched there. Fastball on the outside part of the plate. A call and strike's going to even things up 1-1 here with nobody out. Here's the 1-1. And that one is hitting to shallow right field. Under it is Barth. Makes the grab, out number 1. Oberlin College, I think that is in Ohio. Probably in Ohio. I mean, most of the schools are in Ohio. And John Carroll University, I've never heard of. Can you get me some looks on John Carroll University, Stephen?
I can.
Let's see what the deal with them is. I actually know a guy named John Carroll. Good friend of mine named John Carroll.
John Carroll University is in Ohio as well. University Heights, Ohio. Suburb of Cleveland.
Oh, Cleveland. That's a good place to be right now. But with 1 out, the batter is going to be Dominic Mitiga. No relation to Mark Mitiga. Just kidding. They're definitely related. There's no chance they're not related. But he takes on the inside. 1-0. Here's the 1-0 pitch from Jones. And that one is hit into right down the line, and that's going to go foul on the right field line. So evens the count up, a ball and a strike here. Big shout out to anyone who's listening. I know probably Noah Jones' parents are listening. They're definitely loyal listeners, which is a good thing. We know that because they know about Chabro now. They told him they know about Chabro. And Chabro delivering a curveball on the outside. You know, me, Noah Jones, and Sean Kennedy actually going to try to drive up to Pittsburgh tomorrow, catch the Pirates-Dodgers game. So that should be fun. Here's the 2-1 pitch from Jones, and that one's grounded slowly to the second baseman, Kerry Holloway. He throws it to first in time for out number 2. So 2 up, 2 down here. In the top half of the third, still scoreless between the Scouts and the Ironmen. Now it's going to be the 9-hitter Sam Harris. Harris, also from Oberlin College, not having himself the most successful year. Batting .077, no extra base hits. But it's never too late for Sam Harris to turn it around. And the first pitch from Jones, that one finds the zone. Fastball called strike. Don Ring only getting 1 ball hit to him at third. We'll see how long this experiment lasts and how it goes. Don Ring, obviously, usually a catcher, but with Chandler Atkins having a little bit of soreness, and I guess it was the
in his legs after running last night.
Yeah, after running last night. He actually came out well hurt and just hit a single and ended up coming around to score on the Colt Wolf home run. But the 1-1 pitch from Jones bouncing a little bit short in the dirt. The count moves 2-1 here with 2 outs. And Chandler just balling out. You know, he hit a triple and double and a single while we were gone. It's the man. But that one hit sharply to the shortstop Aaron Valance, throwing over to first. And I think I need to go get shamed by someone. I said short baseman. But don't worry, we're awake and still scoreless here between the Scouts and the Ironmen. We are in the middle of the third. No runs on, no hits, and nobody left aboard for the Ironman in the top half. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. You are listening to the Xenia Scouts Radio Network. We head into the bottom of the third inning. Andrew Alex and Stephen Yetten here at Grady's Field. A scoreless game between the Scouts and the Lorain County Ironmen. It's Aaron Valance to the plate for the first time today. Valance hitting a .175 on the year with 3 RBIs. First pitch to him, and he lifts that one into deep left center field. Coming under it is going to be the center fielder, Flores, makes the grab for out number 1. And Valance, who has been making great contact on balls, they're just finding gloves, and that was especially evident yesterday on, one of the at-bats he had, just got absolutely riled by the center fielder. But Valance also walked 3 times. So I think he's hitless in the last 5 games, but has like a 500 on-base percentage during that period of time. Just crazy getting aboard during that period of time. So now it's Rhino attacks first pitch, a slow roller to the second baseman, the Speedy O'Hearn trying to beat it, but he will not get there in time. The second baseman tosses it over quickly to first base for out number 2. So 2 quick outs here. for Mark Matiga, the pitcher. For the Ironman, and with 2 down, it's going to be Don Ring to the plate. Don Lorain, not to be confused with Donald Trump. On the day, 0 for 1, his first time up, he flew out to center field. Don yesterday taking a 1 for 6 day. Times that you'll get 6 at-bats in a game, but he's been consistent for about at least 1 hit a day pretty consistently throughout the year. He awaits the first pitch here. Here it is. And Don grounds that one, attacking first pitch yet again. A low roller goes on over to first in time for out number 3. So a very, 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 very quick inning. No runs on no hits. Nobody left aboard, and about 3 pitches thrown by the pitcher. And we have played 3 innings. The Scouts scoreless with the Lorain County Ironmen. We go into the 4th. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. You are listening to the Xenia Scouts Radio Network. We head into the 4th inning. Andrew Alex and Steven Yetten here, and it's still scoreless between the Scouts and the Ironmen. Noah Jones out for inning number 4, and he's going to face off against the leadoff hitter, Luis Jimenez. Jimenez flew out to right his first time up. Here's the first pitch from Jones. And Jones low there. Ball 1. Jimenez from the University of Rio Grande. Don't know what or where that is. Here's the 1-0. Finding the zone there is Noah Jones. Fastball right down the pipe, evening up a ball and a strike. Here's the 1-1 pitch. Breaking ball. Beautifully finds the zone. A great curveball there by Noah Jones and gets ahead in this count, 1-2. You got anything on Rio Grande, Steve?
University of Rio Grande actually finds itself in Ohio as well, Andrew.
You'd think it would be in like Arizona or something. The 1-2 pitch, and that one's on the inside. It's going to go foul down the third base line. So staying alive in this count is Luis Jimenez. He thought that maybe it was going to stay fair on the third base side, and the speedy Jimenez was, way well over at first, but good thought by Noah Jones to not touch that ball and, let it roll foul, even though that wasn't a guaranteed at the time. The Ironmen probably one of the farthest away teams. They play up by Cleveland, and it's a good thing that we don't have to go there. It's like a 3-hour drive. I'm trying to minimize bus time. It's my main goal. That and picking up big W's and getting a ring at the end of the season. Here's the 1-2 pitch, and that one's grounded. A chopper to third base. Don Ring. Throw to first is going to be not in time. That one bouncing in the dirt, and it's okay, Don. Don, of course, not really a third baseman, playing out of simply necessity over at the hot corner, and now with a runner at first and nobody out in a scoreless game here, it's going to be the number 2 hitter, Rees Rua. Rua hit it to the hot corner, and Don Ring his first time up, a 5-3 ground out. Pickoff move from Jones over to first, not in time. Noah Jones, the lefty from the University of Redlands in the great state of California. Pickoff attempt again from Noah. So runner at first and nobody out. The wind blowing out towards left field, it looks like. First pitch. And Jones attacking the inside part of the zone with the fastball. A called strike one. Rua, like we said, a 328 hitter. That's higher than most. But still, I think that's the third highest on his own team. And big swing and a miss there. Actually looks like he got a piece of it. Maybe he got a piece of it on the inside, or guess he didn't? Are they saying? Are they saying he made no contact there? Yeah, they're saying that he actually never got a tip there. So Luis Jimenez stealing a base there, and now it's a runner at second with the count 0-2 here. Jones looks back to second. Now he delivers. That one low and in. Ball number one. So the count moves 1-2 here with nobody down. A runner in scoring position. Rua from Lake Erie College. Not to be confused with the Lake Erie Monarchs, who we swept. Big breaking. Just missing on the outside. Count evens up 2 balls, 2 strikes here. Jones has allowed 2 hits on the afternoon. The 2-2 pitch. That one down and in yet again. So the count goes full here, 3 balls, 2 strikes, and a big situation as Noah Jones trying to preserve the scoreless game. As his lineup has been unable to produce any runs for him. The 3-2 pitch is in there for a call, strike 3. Noah Jones got him looking. His first strikeout of the day. And
Rua was headed to first base on that one before the umpire called it.
Yeah, he did not think, and that was a very close call. You know, a fastball about belt high and very much in. But I wouldn't say it was a bad call at that. And
just painted the corner.
Yeah, Jones just, like you said, painting the corner there. And sits down Rua for out number 1. So now it's a runner on second and 1 down, and Carlos Flores to the plate. Flores, he singled his first time up, and you can tell he's a pretty successful hitter, hitting .362 on the year. First pitch from Jones. Goes for that, corner yet again, and that this time not getting the call. Falling behind 1-0 in the count here. Flores is the guy who singled in the first but got caught stealing for out number 3. A little bit embarrassing for old Carlos. Probably wants some revenge here, and he has an opportunity with a runner in scoring position and 1 out in the scoreless game in the top of the 4th. Big breaking ball on the outside. Very close yet again, but Jones behind in this count 2-0. So Jones looks to the catcher, McDonald. Here's the 2-0 pitch. And that one is laced into over the glove of a jumping Donald Ring. Rounding third and heading home. The throw to the plate will be in time. They got him. And Jimenez over at second base thought he could overextend it. And let me tell you, that kid has wheels. But Adrian Marquez to the cutoff man, Aaron Valance, all the way home to Evan McDonald, who avoiding contact at the plate, first of all, which is very important, and just like a paintbrush tag there, just swiping him, and that is out number 2, a beautiful play.
Tell you what, Ring over there at third base showing his hops, just barely missing the ball.
Yeah, man.
Off the tip of the glove there.
Looks like he's trying to try out for the position, maybe. But now it's a runner at first and 2 down. And the batter is Matt Malkin. Malkin, the leading hitter for the Ironmen this year. He hits at .381. Not bad, huh? Here's a pickoff attempt over to first. Malkin, his first time up, flew up to right. And Malkin with the .381, that's 3 doubles and 2 home runs to show for it. 17 RBIs on the year. And breaking ball taken upstairs. 2-0 the count now with 2 down here in the top of the 4th. We are scoreless between the Ironmen and the Scouts. Jones looks to McDonald. The 2-0 pitch. And that one is hit into deep center field, but Ryan O'Hearn chases back. Under it makes the grab. Out number 3. So no runs on 2 hits and 1 man stranded. We are in the middle of the 4th. Still scoreless between the Scouts and the Lorain County Ironman. Don't go anywhere. We will be right back. You are listening to the Xenia Scouts Radio Network. The bottom of the 4th inning, still scoreless here at Grady's Field. Andrew Alex and Stephen Yetton and Jeremy Barth to the plate to lead things off for the Scouts here in the home half of the 4th. Trying to put something on the board here to complement Noah Jones's 4 zeros that he's shown so far. Barth, the leading hitter for the Scouts this year, he awaits the first pitch and he grounds that one hard but foul down the first base line. It's going to hit the fence. Jeremy from Biola University, the native of LA. Guess it's the California lineup with Barth and Noah Jones out there. Here's the 0-1 pitch, and Jeremy lines that one right up to it. And that one, it looks like it almost, like, you know, the pitcher could feel the wind on that ball as it passed him on the first base side. And Barth's aboard with just a hard, I guess, line drive-ish ground ball-ish single. And the leadoff man aboard yet again here. And Evan McDonald to the plate. McDonald, he's 1 for 1 on the day, singled his last time up. His only time up, I would add, but the Scouts kind of trying to get something started here. And McDonald, a guy who's been hot of late, the man to do so. Here's the first pitch. That one almost looked like a slider. Finds the zone, a called strike. Evan, the native of Circleville, Ohio. And I actually was listening to the president give a speech, and he mentioned Circleville, Ohio in a speech, something about an Italian tissue factory being built there. Here's the 0-1, and Evan grounds that one foul. Third base line. Falls behind in this count, 0-2. So I guess Italian tissue factory in Circleville, Ohio that makes up for all the jobs that we lose to China. 0-2 the count here. Jeremy Barth takes his lead at first. McDonald awaits the 0-2 pitch here. Here it is. And he swings and misses. Strike number 3, out number 1. He goes down for the first time today, and it's going to bring Colt Wolf to the plate. Wolf hit a bomb last night. Be cool to see him do one again. Obviously, give the Scouts the lead here. Remember, we're playing just a 7-inning game here in this doubleheader. So time to get to work. First pitch to Wolf, finds the zone, called strike. The go-ahead run is at first, which is kind of an obvious thing when you have a runner on base in a scoreless game. Wind's blowing out to left field. 0-1 the count with 1 out. The pitch, and Wolf, big swing and a miss there. He falls behind, 0-2. It's Wolf, and if we get to him, Adrian Marquez is on deck. Better known in many social circles as Queso.
Queso's mom and dad here for the game this afternoon.
You can tell because of the T-shirt.
Yeah.
0-2. That one just missing. Moves 1 ball, 2 strikes here. 1 on and 1 out. Colt Wolf the batter. Wolf, a 300 hitter on the year. The 1-2 pitch. And Wolf just gets a piece of that foul ball, but staying alive. Or did he not get a piece of that?
Looks like they're not calling it, and then
that's very odd. What's the logic of how that could happen? Because that's either a drop third strike, or
so the drop third strike, I believe, is what they're calling. And
but you can't have a drop third strike at first, though. Yeah. So basically, folks, sorry we missed that one, but Colt Wolf swing and miss. Jeremy Barth tried to steal a base, got caught stealing. So that's out number 3. No runs on 1 hit, nobody left aboard. We have played 4, still scoreless between the Scouts and the Ironman. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. Xenia Scouts Radio Network is what you are listening to. The 5th inning we go. Andrew Alex and Steven Yetten here, and scoreless in the 5th. Noah Jones out for his 5th inning of work. And he's going to face off against John Rensel. First pitch to Rensel. That one's taken up and in, a first pitch ball. Rensel, his first time up, a ground out down the first base line. Ended up getting tagged out there. Here's the 1-0 pitch. And he grounds that one sharply to the second baseman. Kerry Holloway picks it up over to first, but the throw drags Caleb Bloy off the bag, and they're not going to get him. Caleb Bloy just pulled off the bag at first, and looks like we're going to have to mark that one down as an error on the throw. So the leadoff man aboard, and that is poisonous way to get things started. So a man on, nobody out, and Joseph Watts to the plate. Jones looks over to first. Now he delivers big first pitch swing and miss there. Watts, the designated hitter from John Carroll College. A .214 hitter on the year with 5 RBIs. His first time up. Made the 3rd out of the 2nd inning on a shallow pop out to the shortstop, but Jones attacks the zone with breaking ball there. 0-2 goes the count. 0-2 pitch and swing and a miss, strike three. Job, bro. That is his second strikeout of the evening. And, Jones just making very quick work of Joseph Watts there, just overpowering him pitch after pitch. And really on the 0-2, you see something uncommon with a runner on base, and he gave Watts something,
Beautiful.
placement-wise that he could hit, but just the speed-wise just blew it by him. And so now that's one down, and Jones attacking the strike zone yet again, a called first strike. The batter's Quinn Butler from Oberlin College. On the year, 171 hitter. His first time up, flew out to right. Jones looks over to first. The pitch. And that one lays down a bunt. Jones is going to go to second to get the force there. The throw over to first. In time. A 1-6-3 double play. And that's going to end things here in the top of the fifth. So that's no runs on no hits and nobody left aboard. We have played 4.5 innings, I guess is the technical way to say it, and we are still scoreless between the Scouts and the Lorain County Ironmen. Don't go anywhere. We will be right back. You are listening to the Xenia Scouts Radio Network. So Adrian Marquez to lead things off here in the bottom of the fifth. We are still scoreless between the Scouts and the Ironmen. Marquez, he steps in his first time up, a ground rule double. Close to being another queso bomb, and he rips the first pitch. I guess a foul ball is what they're saying. Perhaps.
Went right for the first base umpire.
Yeah, no, I guess that has to be a foul ball if the umpire had to get out of the way. But so a hard foul ball down the right field line. The count 0-1 here. Marquez, 275 hitter. Kind of an extra base hit machine here, and the Scouts looking to break this scoreless tie. And, Marquez can do it with just one swing of the bat. And, you got to put something on the board because when your pitcher, Noah Jones, is just pitching so well here, it's just a shame if you'll let him, he has to pitch with, I guess, not that he doesn't have confidence, but just not allowing much wiggle room.
Yeah.
It's a tough way to pitch, but looks like we took a little break there for some equipment-based thing or something like that. The count 0-1 to Marquez here. Here's the 0-1 pitch. And Adrian fouls that one back.
Yeah, Andrew, like you were saying, it's hard when you're pitcher and you're out there doing your job, but your offense isn't helping you so much.
Yeah, exactly. And it's just you got to put teams away. And in order to put teams away, you had to obviously score runs or any runs, but breaking ball on 0-2. Marquez fouls that one down the first base side, so he's staying alive here. The Scouts with no runs on 3 hits. The Ironman with no runs on 3 hits. And, something's got to give. We can't have extra innings again. Hopefully not. Here's the 0-2 pitch. And that one finds the zone, a called strike 3. Marquez sits down swinging, and that's the 3rd strikeout in a row for Mitiga, his 5th of the day. And with 1 down, it's going to be Caleb Bloy to the plate. Bloy. He was aboard with a fielder's choice his first time up. And that was the one that got Colt Wolf at home. First pitch to Bloy. And Bloy lifts that one into center field, but not deep. The center fielder Flores under it makes the grab. Out number 2. So 2 quick outs here, and now it's going to be 2 down and Kerry Holloway to the plate. Here in the bottom of the 5th, still scoreless between the Scouts and the Ironmen. So Holloway, 0 for 1 on the day. He struck out his first time up. First pitch to him. That one taken on the inside. One and 0 the count. Here's the pitch. And Kerry grounds that one sharply to the shortstop, who backhands it, throws it on over to first. It bounces, but there to scoop it up is the first baseman Renzel in time for out number 3. So the Scouts go down 1-2-3. Bottom of the 5th. That's no runs on no hits and nobody left aboard. And we are still scoreless going into the 6th inning of play. Don't go anywhere. Someone's got to win. You are listening to the Xenia Scouts Radio Network. To the 6th inning we go, and this one has been pretty quick, huh? It's Aaron Valance to the plate. Or not Aaron Valance, because that is a Scout. I am looking at the wrong side of the scorebook. It's Mitiga's brother, Mitiga. And first pitch taken on the outside. And coming on the inside there is Noah Jones, so he falls behind in this count, 0-2. Jones, a very successful day thus far. And that one a chopper over to the shortstop. Aaron Valance throw to first. It bounces and gets past the first baseman, Caleb Bloy. There to back it up is Evan McDonald, so no advance on the runner, but he is aboard on the error. So the leadoff man aboard for the 2nd straight inning on an error.
Seemed to be a little confusion whether the third baseman or the shortstop there was going to take it. And the deeper of the 2 decided to take it at shortstop.
Absolutely. And now it's going to be with 1 on and nobody out. The number 9 hitter, Sam Harris. Harris, his first time up, grounded out to short. And looks like he's probably going to try to bunt this guy over here. First pitch, bunt down the first base line. Looks like they're going to get him, tag him, and he is out on the first baseline. The bunt successful, though. Mitiga over to second. And with 1 out and a runner in scoring position, it's going to be the top of the order with very high batting averages for this Ironman team, with Jimenez and then Rua on deck. Jimenez. Here's the first pitch from that one is chopped up the middle. Aaron Valens charging it. He's going to throw over to first in time to get the runner Jimenez, but Dominic Miniga goes second to third there, advancing on the ground out, and now it's going to be 2 down and a runner 90 feet away from breaking this scoreless tie. The batter's going to be Reese Rua, a guy who, 328 on the season with 7 RBIs. But he's 0 for 2 on the day.
Mm-hmm.
And, this let it be known that if this run does score here, it wouldn't be charged to Noah Jones because he reached on an error. First pitch, though, and that one's grounded to the third baseman, Donald Ring, who's going to throw over to first. In time! There we go, Donald. Donald Ring holding down the hot corner there, and I was holding my breath. But he got him just in time. And Don Ring, the Swiss Army knife of human beings over at third base today, and we are in the middle of the 6th, still scoreless between the Scouts and the Ironmen. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. You're listening to the Xenia Scouts Radio Network. So to the bottom of the 6th we go. It's Valence, O'Hearn, and Donald Ring duo. We are still scoreless in the bottom of the 6th of what is drawn up to be a 7-inning game. And there's a possibility that we need some extra innings for the 3rd time in as many days. Hopefully we don't need that. Hopefully the Scouts can put some on the board right now. And Valence to the plate. He's 0 for 1 on the day. First pitch to him. He shows bunt, pulls back. Ball number 1. AV from Wayland Baptist University, deep in the heart of Texas. He's ahead in this count, 0-1. 1 run is all we need to put ourselves in a situation to close him out in the top half of the 7th, but we've taken an 0 for 5 on those so far. So the 1-1 pitch here, that one finds the zone, a called strike 2. So Valence falls behind 1-2 in this count. Like I said, Valence, O'Hearn, Don Ring due up in the inning. Still the starting pitcher, Mitiga here. Here's the 1-2 pitch. That one on the outside evens things up, 2-2. Yeah, it's a doubleheader here, obviously. Or maybe not obviously. I probably mentioned it, but definitely tune into the next game if you're tuned into this game. Check swing, did he go? No, he did not. The count goes full 3-2 here. And base runners are very important here. We can play some small ball, so a walk or a hit kind of equally effective here, and a very big spot here with 3-2 for Valance. Here's the pitch, and that one's taken low and in, ball 4. So the Scouts have a base runner, which is good, and nobody out, and back to the top of the order with Ryan O'Hearn. Flying Ryan O'Hearn is 0 for 2 today. A ground out and a fly out. But he bats here with 1 on and nobody out. In the bottom of the 6th, the third baseman is way in, trying to take away the bunt, and that one's going to get past the catcher. Outside fastball, a passed ball.
And that'll move the runner up to second.
Yeah.
Very important here.
Yeah,
No
runner's over to second, like you said, and the prospects looking brighter. We're now a bunt. Is now bringing it to third with 1 out. The sacrifice fly situation's on for Ring, or, it's an extra base hit.
Mm-hmm.
Try to get some momentum going, and, that's a mistake that Mitiga obviously probably regrets. Or Mitiga, or I guess pass ball is when you put it on the catcher, so they're going to fault that to Malkin. So they count 1-0 here to O'Hearn. Valance, big lead over there. But O'Hearn takes on the outside, finds himself ahead in this count 2-0.
And for the first time in the afternoon with Mitiga in a bit of trouble here, he's got some action up in the bullpen.
Absolutely. 2-0 pitch, here it comes. And Ryan takes on the outside yet again. So now a 3-0 count. Obviously, Ryan O'Hearn probably going to be taking this pitch. Aaron Valance is over at second here with nobody out in the bottom of the 6th. And getting me across, says Mark Mitiga, and finds the outside corner of the plate. 3-0 fastball makes it 3-1 here. O'Hearn awaits the 3-1. Here it is. And that one is up and away, ball 4. So Ryan O'Hearn draws his 18th walk of the season. That's a number and a half right there. And it's 2 on and nobody out. And the batter's going to be Don Ring. Ring, your third baseman tonight. That's odd. You're not going to hear that many times this season. Let me tell you. On the day, 0 for 2. But he has played the hero recently at that in Southern Ohio, where he the 2 RB. He bunts over to first, throwing to first, going to be in time. Both runners advance. O'Hearn to second, Valance to third, and now it's going to be Jeremy Barth to the plate, probably one of the most, if not the most lethal hitter in this lineup. And he's 1 for 2 on the day.
Ring perfectly executing his job there to move the runners over. And like you said, bringing up Barth. Very dangerous hitter.
So it's 2 runners on scoring position for Jeremy Barth. Barth, the .328 hitter on the year. 11 RBIs. Looking for RBI number 12 here, and it would be an important one for these Scouts who here in the 7-inning game are in a scoreless game in the bottom of the 6th. Barth, and they're going to call time here, and they might even intentionally walk Barth. I mean, would they? Maybe.
It's a possibility, but
because if you do that, at least you put the double play ball on at first. But I mean, you're taking away. I guess that's like a statement against your own confidence in the ability to put up.
Yeah,
like saying that a third run in doesn't matter, and you're
loading the bases is perhaps even more dangerous there.
This could be it for this could be it for Mitiga.
2 pitchers up in the bullpen. Coach coming out to the mound.
And sometimes it's easier to tell when they're going to take the ball away based on the pace in which they're walking. And this guy, I mean, it's kind of all or nothing right here with 2 on and 1 out in the bottom of the 6th. And will they take the ball from him? Maybe not. Because, probably not, because they haven't done it yet. But they got two guys going in the bullpen, and like you said, the most dangerous hitter in the scout lineup, statistically speaking, to the plate. So now it's going to be 2 runners in scoring position, 1 out. And Jeremy Barth with the opportunity to put the Scouts in the lead here with just a long fly ball would do it. Barth sticks doubles, a home run. Oh, they're intentionally walking him. Yep. So I guess that, yeah, wow. I didn't actually, when I originally recommended that, I was like, there's no way. There's no way they'll do it. But
and I'm going to make another bold prediction here that they are going to try and waste a little bit more time for a reliever to get ready to come in here after this.
So, yeah, it looks like they're intentionally walking Barth. And Barth over to first, and are they going to have the confidence to leave their pitcher in to face Evan McDonald with the bases loaded and 1 out? And, like I was saying, I think that that has some to do with fear of Barth, fear of Barth at the plate. But even more to do, I would say, with putting the double play ball back on. So they're going to come out and have a word with their pitcher. But also, if you're keeping Mitiga in the game, this is a guy who, oh my gosh, they're going to take him out now. So that way, in a very, very delayed decision, going to take Mitiga out. And that's what I was thinking, because the guy had, you've now loaded the bases for a guy who 2 of the 3 guys were walked not intentionally. Mm-hmm. And, so if he walks another guy, that's it. So we're going to step off while this new pitcher warms up. Don't go anywhere. It's the bases loaded and 1 out in the bottom of the 6th, which pretend that's the bottom of the 8th here at Grady's Field. And we're just going to step off. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. You are listening to the Xenia Scouts Radio Network. So now it's the bases loaded. The pitcher is Danny Cody from Baldwin Wallace College. He has a 3.46 ERA on the year and 8 games appeared in. And Evan McDonald to the plate with the bases loaded. McDonald is 1 for 2 on the day, a single and a strikeout. First pitch to McDonald finds the outside part of the zone. A called strike. 0-1. Here's the pitch. And McDonald
Oh,
lines that up,
right
one up the middle, a base hit. Valens comes home. Ryan O'Hearn to the plate. The throw to the plate will be not in time. A two-run single off the bat of Evan McDonald has broken the lead by a score of 2-0. And McDonald coming up in the clutch here when the Scouts needed him most. And now a 2-0 lead for the Scouts, still rolling with 2 on and just 1 out. And they're going to have the opportunity to finish this game in the top of the 7th. And now it's Colt Wolf to the plate with Barth at second, McDonald at first. So Danny Cody did not provide the intended result.
Yeah.
And Colt Wolf, big swing and a miss. Check swing, did he go? Yes. Here's the pitch. And swing and a miss, strike 2. So Colt Wolf swinging like he's looking for home run number 2. Here with runners at first and second, 1 out. The Scouts take a 2-0 lead off the 2 RBI single from Big Mac Evan McDonald. Here's the 0-2 pitch. And that one in the dirt. The count moves 1-2. Wolf on the day, 0 for 2, a strikeout and a fielder's choice. And remember, this is a 7th-inning game, so bottom of the 6th, pretty important time. And the Scouts looking to pile on, kind of remove all hope, but that one bullet goes right by Colt Wolf. Swung on and missed, strike 3, out number 2. And now it's Queso to the plate with runners at first and second and 2 outs. And the Scouts with a 2-0 lead, but looks like they might call in for another reliever, and yes, they will. So this game is extended slightly just by pitching changes, and we're going to step off here. It's the Scouts 2, the Lorain County Ironmen nothing here with 2 down in the bottom of the 6th. It's runners at first and second. And a new pitcher into the game. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. You are listening to the Xenia Scouts Radio Network. So Alex Zander, the new pitcher, that's not a joke, and Adrian Marquez attacks the first pitch. It's a fly ball into left. Coming under at the left fielder, Rua makes the grab for out number 3. But 2 runs on 1 hit and 2 men left aboard. We have played 6, and the Scouts lead by a score of 2-0. They're going to try to shut it down here in the top of the 7th. Don't go anywhere. We'll be right back. You are listening to the Xenia Scouts Radio Network. It is going to be the heart of the Ironman order batting here in the top of the 7th. Noah Jones out for inning number 7 of work, trying to go the distance in this short game, and it's Carlos Flores to the plate to start things off. Flores has gotten 2 of the 3 hits allowed by Jones, and he attacks the first pitch, fouls it back over the screen. The count goes 0-1. The Scouts lead 2-0 here in the top of the 7th. Noah Jones with the opportunity to shut the door on the Lorain County team. If he does mess up a little bit, it looks like we have Walter Rook going in the bullpen. But the count 0-1. Flores from Rio Grande. Here's the 0-1, and he grounds that one weakly to the shortstop Valance, who throws on over to first. Stretching is Caleb Bloy, but he makes the grab on, like I said, the scoop. That's out number 1. So now Matthew Malkin to the plate. With 1 down, it's going to be Malkin, who's batting .381 on the year with 3 doubles, 2 home runs, and 17 RBIs, the man from Paradise Valley Community College.
Leading this Ironman team in batting this year.
First pitch to him. Breaking ball. Just on the inside, looks like. 1-0 the count. Malkin's 0 for 2 today, though. A fly out to left and a fly out to center. Jones tries to attack the zone there, but looks like he just missed again. So behind in this count, 2-0 with 1 down. 2 outs away from putting this one in the books. 2-0 pitch. Jones finds the outside part of the plate that time. The count moves 2-1. And the 2-1 pitch is a fly ball into right. Barth's under it, makes the grab, out number 2. So 1 out away from chalking this one into the win column. And John Rensel He's going to be the last hope of the Lorain County Ironmen in this first game. Jones trying to throw a 7-inning shutout here. Here's the first pitch. And that one taken on the outside, ball 1. Rensel is 0 for 2. Reached on an error and grounded out to first. Jones, the 1-0 pitch. Here it is. And that one's fouled straight back. A ball and a strike with 2 down in the top of the 7th. Here at Grady's Field, Andrew Alex, Steven Yetten. 2-0 Scouts. The 1-1 pitch. Big breaking ball comes up and in. Count moves 2-1. Jones actually hasn't walked anyone.
That's correct, yeah.
He looks to McDonald. He has what he wants. Here's the 2-1. And Jones attacks the zone there. Just a beautiful pitch.
That was a very delayed call by the umpire.
Yeah, on the outside part of the plate. So 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs.
Ironman down to their last strike.
Jones versus Eastern Michigan's John Rensel, the 2-2 pitch. And that one in there for a called strike 3. And that is all she wrote in game number 1. The final score, the Xenia Scouts 2, the Lorain County Ironmen 0. The Scouts with 2 runs on 4 hits. The Ironmen with no runs on 3 hits. The winning pitcher is going to be Noah Jones, and let me tell you, he pitched a beauty today. Happy Chabro Day, folks, and the Scouts moved to 11-7 with that win. And, you know, I would take a lot of time to analyze it, but we just have 45 minutes until the next game gets started. So we hope you join us back here on the Xenia Scouts Radio Network for game number 2. That's going to start in approximately 45 minutes from now. So 45 minutes from now would be like 7:20. Expected first pitch, 7:20. I am Andrew Alex. He is Steven Yetten. And thank you for joining us for game number 1. We hope to see you in 45 minutes. God bless.